Hi, Dr. Andrea Maxim, naturopathic doctor here with the Maxim movement. And what we're going to be doing this year is I'm really going to start to focus a lot more on weight loss and digestion and detoxification because that's really what I'm the best at. So with the patients that I'm seeing right now, a lot of them are coming in to lose weight. And I think all of us out there can use a little bit of tweaking in one way, shape, or form. And consistently, what I've been seeing the issues around is with regards to what it is that we're eating and how much of each of those food groups it is that we are eating. So, what I'm talking about here is your macronutrients. Your macronutrients include your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fats. And out of those three, the number one that I find people are not consuming nearly enough of is protein. Now, when it comes to carbohydrates, we have no problem consuming all the carbohydrates we need and then some for the day because they're literally everywhere. Fat is kind of sprinkled in everything, but it's the lean, clean protein that a lot of us are afraid of over-consuming because we hear this rumor that if we eat too much, then it's going to start causing detriment to our body. And I'm not saying that it won't, but on average, most people are consuming probably 50% of the protein that their body actually requires. And let's think about what that protein is doing. That protein is the building block to your immune system, to your energy, to your ability to heal and repair. And also, it's the protein that's going to give us that nice, lean, sleek look that all of us want to have. So, in order to determine how much protein you should be having, there's a very simple calculation. What you do is you take your weight in pounds and multiply it by 0.08 grams, and that's going to be of protein, and that result will give you how much you should be consuming on a daily basis. So for instance, if you're 130 pounds, if we multiply that by 0.08 grams of protein, that's going to give us just over 100 grams of protein per day. Specifically, it's 104. Now, that sounds like an obscene amount of protein. How could I possibly ever get that amount in? But when we break it down into calories, every gram of protein is equivalent to 4 calories. So if let's say I'm 130 pounds, if I'm supposed to be having 100 grams of protein per day, that's really only 400 calories in pure protein. So in that regard, you don't have to worry that your whole day is just going to be nothing but protein. There's still plenty of room for your healthy fats and your healthy carbs. So what I want you to do is if weight loss or gaining that lean, sleek look is what you really want to achieve this year, definitely figure out how many grams of protein you need to be having on a daily basis and get it into you. The more you can reduce your carbohydrate consumption, the faster you're going to have that fat burning. And of course, the more activity you do, the more you may want to take a protein shake right after or have an egg white omelet or just some plain old boiled eggs just to fulfill that extra protein need. Because again, in order for us to grow muscle, we need to eat muscle. And that doesn't necessarily mean it has to come from an animal source. If you want to have it from your nuts and legumes, that's totally fine, but you do need to be eating a fair amount of those. When it comes to dairy, I don't want you to think that if you have your fruit bottom yogurt, that counts as a protein. Very rarely does it do that. Even cheese, it's so easy to overconsume cheese. And one serving of protein, at least in my practice, is equivalent to 2 ounces of a mozzarella or a full fat cheese. So we don't want to be over-consuming the higher fat foods. We want to keep it nice and lean, like your fish and chicken and eggs and turkey and things like that. As I said, there's definitely vegan alternatives for you as well. And when it comes to your yogurt choice, make sure that it is a plain yogurt. And I do prefer the Greek yogurt because it tends to have a bit more protein than a regular yogurt, but it has to be plain. So if you do anything else today, at least do the calculation of how many grams of protein you should have and get it into you on a consistent basis and leave your responses below this video. How are you finding it? Do you need any help? Do you need any recipe ideas? I would love to help you out. Definitely subscribe to this channel because I can promise you this year I'm really going to hit it and I'm going to give you tons of great information. And if you want to contact me personally, definitely go to my website, www.themaximmovement.com. This is Dr. Andrea Maxim, naturopathic doctor, and I hope you have a happy and healthy day.